Hello, this is Vulturefire, and this is another video in my new player decks series. So, as is normal for this series, we have a limited amount of forge upgrades purchased. We have normally we've only done the depth 1 and 2 quests, but because this is a Caitan run, I do have Lost Warrior completed, because Caitan you get Caitan from the Lost Warrior quest, so it makes sense to have that done for him. We have some generic cards unlocked, but not a ton, and all of our characters are at level 4. So we only have the level 1 and 2 card unlocks and the first 2 passives, and we don't have everything unlocked for them. So Caitan at level 4, we do get Vengeance whenever debuff is applied to us, but we don't have the cards to really make that work. So this deck is a little awkward because it's, in many ways, not really a Caitan deck, unfortunately. But this is the deck I was able to find that felt the most consistent and the most new player friendly. The Caitan is getting reworked slightly in the next patch, which will make him hopefully easier to use for new players. But right now, the decks I found that felt Caitan didn't feel new player friendly. They felt challenging to use, and even playing my best on this save, I was very close to death for a lot of the time. And I floated the idea with other players on the Discord, and they also were struggling to find lists that felt like Caitan. You know, we're using a mix of spells and strikes, and also were consistent. So this is the list, like I said, I thought felt the best, which is increasing stab. So it's increasing stab. We have combat ready. And the nice thing is we do have access to arms race and battle ready, and armory as strike draw. Armory isn't our favorite pick, but we can take it. Aside from that, you know, we can run spells. That works fine. I put in this Unstable Blast when I thought I was going to have more mana boost than actually ended up being in the final list. So we can't use Vampiric Strike because we do not. The big thing is, it's very important that for the most part, the only strike in the list is increasing stab, because we need to be able to consistently draw increasing stab off of our strike draw cards. So like Fire Ring Strike is good, but we don't want it. So Bouncing Bolt is fine. Like, it's not super amazing, but it goes okay. Ether Storm is great for stripping off evasion. Careful Aim is probably okay, but I am really lazy and it requires some amount of thinking to use. I don't know that Mana Blossom does much for us, but we are so... This is the sort of deck where we have like 3 cards that we actually want to see, and then a whole bunch of cards that we take because we've got to fill the deck with cards. But we'll talk about it as we go through. So, depth 3, we aren't using the Shrine, we aren't using the Market, we're not doing Rush Mode. We are going Battered Ramparts, so we are fighting Bailator, so evasion is important. Blind Clouds can help us with that. Between these two, I tend to find that the Crystal Valley mid-bosses are more difficult. The main reason to go here would be for the chance at the evasion card from the Cobra that I just don't remember the name of, that gives us evasion after we play a skill. Normally, Ether Planes you would go with Caitan, so you could pick up like Elemental Strike, but with increasing stab, you obviously do not want Elemental Strike because it pollutes your strike draw. Battered Rampart is the only one where we really care about the monster cards. The other areas, less so. So with all that out of the way, it's worth noting, Infested Goliath can be a pain with increasing stab decks because it summons a bunch of dorks, and summoned dorks are not your friend. We're going to go this route, this side. It does mean taking a bunch of fights we don't want to take, but if we could get Enraged Persistence, we'd be very happy. Trying to figure out our route otherwise. Because what we want to do, so the cards that we want is Undying Persistence, which we can get from here and here. Shield Wall is actually not terrible for us, which is weird for a Caitan list. We might be able to do Recycle Armor. Again, very weird for a Caitan list. Endless Oozing is also fine. Sharpened Weapons is underwhelming, but we could take it. And these fights can be annoying because of the bleed. How much damage is that? Okay, so this is going to be... So we do want to do this, because then that's going to be lethal. That's going to be... Why wasn't it lethal on the second one? Why did we kill the first one? But oh, because we had strike. We were in strike stance. We got the extra damage on the first hit, of course. Yeah, we are... We're technically Caitanless. We are going to be spending the majority of our time in spell stance, because we are going to be in strike stance at the start of the fight, and then that's going to be it. Boop. All right. Armory is the worst one of these. The question is, do we take it just because we might need it? So having additional strike draw is very valuable, but this is an expensive one, and we are not late enough in the run to have the mana to support it. So I think we just take Mind Shield for now. The extra survivability is probably going to be important against Sleegaze. So Martial Prism is going to help us a lot with our survivability. Or sorry, not Martial Prism. Martial Prism is, but so Invigorate heals us if it's in our hand at end of turn, which means that we can use it to help with that. The nice thing about Haunted Memories is that it is a skill, so we can draw it with that one thing. We're going to do this. Play Stab again, get the kill. We'll do that, and we'll just heal. Mental growth would be nice, just makes life a little easier on us. But we don't need it, so. And then you can see just increasing stab, counting up relatively quick. Man, I would love to have the Sanctuary. We're going into Sleegaze. I would love to have this going into Sleegaze. You can tell we're a really weird Caitan deck, though, that we're like, Sanctuary and Mind Shield are our first card pickups. Those are not normally Caitan cards. Man, getting this extra sturdy is nice. Yeah, then we'll just take the sturdy for now. Sturdy lets us hold more max shield, which makes it easier for us to manage threats. So the nice thing about having two combat readies is that when we play the next combat ready, it draws increasing stab and shuffles the first combat ready back into the draw pile. Like so, which means that next turn we have a combat ready that we can draw still. I'm going to do that. And the main name of the game here, weirdly again for Caitan, is that we are just not taking damage we don't have to take. Unfortunately, we got quite there on damage. Alright, we did find this though. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate because now we can't draw a strike this decreasing stab this turn, although that's less of a concern just because at this point our draw pile is still pretty small overall. But you can kind of see here, like, this guy's just a jerk. Keeps stacking shield. Although, it's not quite as bad as it seems because end of turn it's going... I should have put Curse on it because end of turn... Yeah, we could have gotten that kill. Now there's a chance it'll shield before we can kill it. Alright, it did not get so lucky. Right. Now we basically have lethal. Yeah, this... Oh, I mean, the shield technically could let it survive, but most likely not. And besides, we killed it. So yeah, and Undying Persistence is great. It's another source of tough. It's another way to draw strikes, and it is cheap. So of these four, this is the only one I can take. We already have one. I would take another one, but I think the 50-50 hit Sharpen... Wow, Sharpen Weapons is so underwhelming, though. We're going to go here. So let's do that. Think we are just getting curse out on you. So we don't have a ton of extra mana here, which is a little bit of a concern. All right, that's good. And that's why we have that, is so that we can redraw it off of whatever. So far, our defense has held. Again, weird Caitan thing to say. All right, Haunted Memories showing up on time again. Take no damage. There we go. Battle ready is amazing. That's one of the things we most want to see. Okay, so these guys do have plated, but fortunately, plated is a flat damage reduction, which makes it significantly less valuable against increasing stabs, scaling, the way that increasing stabs is. It's not worth doing this. I guess it is for the shield, but there's no point in slashing there because the plated means that we have done basically no damage. So we have enough mana to do both of those. This is awkward. Because what I want to do is play this. I guess we probably have lethal with whatever anyway. So just keep sticking to my policy of take no damage that you don't have to take. So we take a little bit of damage here. It's fine, we have Invigorate for a reason. And there we go. Increasing stab, stabbing increasingly. So I think we take the Spry Vigor. Recycle Armor is good. We do have to have the shield for it. We don't necessarily have Sturdy. I think we have to take the Spry Vigor. I think we need the mana right now. Increasing Stab is obviously the upgrade. And I think we take the reroll token so that we can force Enraged Persistence. We're doing very good on these early card pickups, though. That we have already found multiple additional... that was not the thing I meant to do. Multiple additional strike draw. Man, that powerful. Annoying. So we get out of that. Alright. Get tough. I could play this and just outright get all the value from it. I think that's fine. Definitely an opportunity for just popping the first phase of that dwarf there. But, oh man, especially with that shot coming in, I'm very glad that I did what I did. Whoop. I think that's just not getting played this turn. Let me see, yeah. Increasing stab sales up fairly quick. Especially when you can loop it as consistently as we can. I think Mental Growth is the other card that I want most, although I don't want it right now. Like, I'm taking Race Resistance from this fight no matter what. There's just no way that they could offer me anything that I would want more than Race Resistance. Fortunately, whatever is going to be cost increased by fatigue here, but that's okay. We still get the kill. And we're back to full health because Invigorate continues to be handy, even when we're not really playing it. Don't do that. And this will end up being an Arcane Detonation. Pretty sure this will be lethal. Bye. Hey, didn't even need the reroll token. This is pretty okay. The next upgrade, I really like upgrading the 100 memories, I think. These upgrades are all pretty bad because we only have the one strike, so like upgrading our strike draw further doesn't do anything. This is an okay upgrade. This gets us a lot more hits out of the strike plus. If we were dealing with evasion, that upgrade would be more valuable to me, but we're not. So, yeah, 100 memory plus does great work for us. Makes it better at everything that it does, and it does a lot. And then I think I do this because this is a lot of incoming damage, relatively speaking. Yeah, we are still bleeding, which is unfortunate. All right, that seems okay. Hopefully we get a one-shot with whatever. Let's pitch that. Yeah, I was trying to get that one-shot so we didn't have to deal with the summons coming out from that. All right, Mental Growth is great. Love to have it. Gonna go here. I would take it a second, whatever. Maybe cut a combat ready for it, potentially. We just put a bunch of curse on you. Potentially we don't even have to fight you. I don't know, hard to say. We are doing pretty good on damage output here, so. Just keep stacking damage. And yeah, now next turn, this thing dies no matter what. I can just do that. Got him. We are going to need that when we get to Bay later. Shield Wall, though, I really like having this sturdy right now. It's kind of expensive, but it's fine. So, on Shield Break, this guy gets whatever. Yeah, I think that's worth more than the Mental Growth. So this is another fight where theoretically, if we can pull off the one shot on this, we're in good shape. And the way that that would most likely happen in this case is because it's going to try and summon regularly. So if we if we're able to just obliterate this, then we can eventually play it twice in a turn and get that kill. Because if we do this, it is not quite enough, and that will result in it being a jerk. No, so we're just gonna crack shield. In my head, I was thinking we could draw mana. I guess we could have, but we just didn't. Poor choice by us. I would have recommended drawing mana there. keep shuffling the draw pile. And there you go. Yeah, so we just kill it. So because it died in one shot, it didn't get a chance to summon the friends that it would have if it hit 0, whatever. Ruining Ray's okay. Not super exciting. I think it's more consistent in the Bouncing Bolt. We could also reroll. I don't really care about the other card that drops here. We just be rolling for a different mana card. That seems fine. That could be pretty good. And I think we're going to upgrade the other Haunted Memories because I do still really like that. And I may cut the Resolute Focus. And just hope that our mana is good. I may cut the... We may not need the Mind Shield at this point. I think we have enough other shield that we don't need the Mind Shield. And we do want to kind of try and trim out cards that are not directly helping us resummon. So, all right, cool. Swift Adaptation. That's a card that we want. That's going to help us a lot against Bale later. So we're going to go this way. I also don't hate Special Focus, although... And we have a little bit of Cleanse already, so... Just going to do that. This actually works out perfectly. Get got. And that was the stopwatch giving us that crit. Okay, so we'll do that. So that'll give us the extra vengeance, whatever, so we get extra damage. Now if we do it one more time, we should be good. So normally I'd play this, but that takes us, that would use up the stopwatch trigger, which I don't think we want to do. I don't think we need it, but you know, better, may as well play correctly. And yeah, damage is quite a lot. Shielding Bolt's not bad. Would you take the Contemplate though? Upgrade. Just one of our mana cards. It goes +3 if we haven't triggered Fatigue, which we normally aren't. What does Shield Wall go to? Is it still, yeah, it's Sturdy 10, which is pretty good. Just upgrade the focus. Sure. And we may as well get the shield. No reason to take damage we don't have to. And that 10 shield is basically nothing. Alright, these guys get evasion, which is a little annoying. Unfortunately, we ended up wanting to play all of our cards. So yeah, this evasion is annoying, but we can get through it. Mainly we do that. Here's with our Martial Prisms. There we go. The reason we got a crit there is I used stopwatch with whatever. Right, we're gonna take a little bit of damage here, but in this case, I think it was worth it because we wanted to get through that evasion, and we didn't lose an amount of health that mattered. Yeah, we are a little high on mana right now. Although part of that is like we have a lot of draw that draws us into specifically skills. But yeah, we can probably cut, and especially because we've spent a lot of upgrades on mana, we can definitely cut whatever. Let's see what we draw here. If I can draw, no luck. I'm hoping to draw into Invigorate so I can heal. Yeah, well, just get the kill. We're only down 2 health, not a big deal. Swift Adaptation, that's what we were looking for. Do that because we can. We avoid exploding, always good. So this evasion doesn't actually do that much for us. So I think we pitch that. Yeah, we're going to waste this crit here, but that's fine. There we go. We explode, we lose our tough, but we don't lose any health, and that's what matters. I think we should have killed next time we draw a strike. And we can force it out, so. Bye. And we actually had to get lucky on that crit there, but whatever. Spectral Focus is great. It is a lot of mana. I know I said like mana is already what we already kind of have mana under control, but you know, better mana cards. We can more confidently cut mana cards. We are relatively low on whatever, but I feel like we're doing a good enough job on just dunking on enemies that it doesn't matter that we are low on cleanse. Like we're just going to kill this thing before it becomes too much of a problem. Like we did a ton of health and damage on turn 1. Sure, go ahead and curse, why not? Weak doesn't seem super useful when it's only doing a tiny amount of base damage. Right. Fix that. All right. It's fine. Because we are only down 2 health, which is an amount that we get back if we do whatever. And just guaranteed crit that down for the win. I think we just take the Arcane Silence. It seems pretty reasonable. This could be good. Honestly, we just upgrade the Arcane Silence, I think, and we cut the Resolute Focus. Or if you may forget the Renewing Ray, it's not doing a ton for us. Might be next. We're just going to do events all the way up. Okay, so this one. There's no ring under the red, there is a blob on the orange, so that's what it is. Is the crystal lose? We get Reveal Yourself, which is not the most useful thing, but it's not useless. We'll just take the Meditate. Yeah, Mana Boost buff. Because the Powerful doesn't do that much because so much of our damage just comes from missing the skilled ones. Battle Axe is amazing. Battle Axe is actually incredible going into this boss fight in particular. Because Battle Axe means that we now hit 2 things. So it is -1 strike damage, but that's base damage. And that's nothing. All right, let's go mana. And I do think I want this tough here so that this guy doesn't double status this, because if this is a double shock, we could be in trouble. Yeah, so only getting single shocked is pretty nice. Although you're still being a jerk, which isn't appreciated. I guess we do that. Doesn't do enough for us, but... Oh no, it does do enough. Because we have the Purifying Shard, which I forgot about. Everything's going exactly as planned, even if I have forgotten what the plan is. Just get a shield out. So this attack is really, really weak. Right now, it's probably going to get buffed in the next patch. Like, that is such low damage. Because we were shocked and it only did, you know, that much. And yeah. I should have pitched this because I can't actually use it. No, it's fine. Yeah, like we took more damage here on the turn where we weren't shocked than on the turn where we were. This should be fine. Bye. Okay, this isn't bad. I know we keep taking mana, but like that's a good mana card. I'm probably just gonna cut Renewing. Well, I think cut the Mana Shield over the Renewing Ray. Yeah, that makes sense to me. What did we upgrade? This? I guess this goes to, that's just an extra turn, which, yeah. Could upgrade the shield wall. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I guess we just upgrade that and we cut mana shield. Like I said, this is a deck where like we don't care about most of the cards. So I do think we want to go through this because Cloudy Covers is okay. Foggy Darkness isn't great. Actually, it is. We just have to play it last of the turn. Larger Shadows we can't super use, but it's not the worst. Hunter's Focus is good. Dead of Night is good. Twilight Blast we technically can use if we line it up right with whatever, but I'm bad at lining things up. Ossified Strike is not actually good for us because we're an increasing stab deck. Pilfering Shell is actually pretty good though. So, but I think we're going to start here. I would like Clear Focus is pretty good. We don't need it, but I want it. And yeah, like Bailator Still Fight I'm not super confident in because we're not going to be able to just shrug it off like we have the other fights so far. Bye. Nice to leave and let's get rid of that evasion. Okay. Alright, so we just kind of have to roll the dice at this point. Alright, we won at least one coin flip. Alright, we lost there on drawing what we wanted, but we were immune to taking damage because we had those evasions. Perfect. I don't think it's worth spending. Well, any of these other options are actually okay. Do I need the reroll elsewhere? Not really. I mean, Prismatic Shield's fine. Yeah, 100 Focus is pretty good. Again, we have way more mana than we need, but especially if we take that Clear Focus. All right, let's get Frost Rune. Oh, I should have dispelled that one. All right. So the only thing here that could happen is the weather can apply hidden to everyone. Yeah, like that, which is really annoying because it means that we now are at a 50-50 shot on whether or not our most important card hits. Let's do that. Yeah, absolutely no luck. All right, we're going to lose some health here because yeah, it was basically the worst possible thing to have happen to us on turn one. Especially with that draw where we didn't find any of our shield cards. All right, let's get... Honestly, I still want Frost Rune. All right. Get the evasion, although I don't think it matters this turn. Because I believe this is the turn where they are going to do their other thing to us. Let's pitch... that. There we go. We can go ahead and burn off one of those Purity. Or one of those Opportunists, rather. Not Purity. What am I saying? And then we get the kill. So yeah, we lost a bunch of health there. And this is what I'm saying, like, Baylor, it doesn't take many bad turns for us to be in trouble. That's going to be good against Baylor. It's not great in the other fights, but it'll be good against Baylor, so. All right, this jerk has Opportunist. So the important thing here is that we have those guaranteed evades. Hey, we got lucky and got that actual hit. And this jerk did not reset up Opportunist, so. We'll just keep getting it hidden, I guess. There's more evasion. We are never killing that thing. It just can't be done. Yeah, they didn't hit any of the evasion because we have to successfully roll the 50% chance to hit. As we all know, 50% chance to hit, 0% chance to hit, those are identical numbers. Alright, so we are now at the point where we could actually hit, but we're not going to. Alright, trying to think, how does this work out? Alright. So the heal gets blocked, but the shield doesn't. Evasion's back up, so we, yeah, we are never, this guy's just gonna die to curse. I mean, that is why the curse is in the fight. Although we obviously aren't making things easier on ourselves by doing whatever. I don't think it's even, yeah, sure. Yeah, I got rid of one evasion there. Oh, right, that's actually really good. So now there's a chance. Now there's a chance. There we go. I think that's the one we want. I think the hidden is going to be more valuable to us overall. Okay. Let's get Frost Rune. Do I care about that evasion? I don't think I care about this evasion necessarily. I do want to get this weak out. Alright, we don't actually explode here, which is nice. Get weak onto you. So here's the plan. Oh, I guess I should see what that is first. Okay, yeah, because I would rather get the crit on that. Even if that does take me out of hidden, that's okay. I think at that point we get Arcane Rune. We are going to explode here, but that's fine. We can deal with it. I'm going to eat 4 whole damage. Oh no, we aren't going to explode because I keep forgetting about the Purifying Shard. Right. You're both dead. You're not quite dead. But I think one more hit should do it in. Would you have to get that one more hit though? Alright. They're gonna eat like 1 damage here. That's fine. Fortunately, because this didn't attack, it is still gonna be hidden at the start of this turn. So we might just in my head, that was a good play. It was going to let us Arcane Rune. But it's fine. Alright, yeah, I think Prismatic Shield is still fine. I think the stuff we have is better. And we probably cut one of our mana cards. No, Renewing Ray is just, it can go. Just don't need it. Stab. Yeah, I should have done that first technically, but I don't think it's a huge deal. We can do some damage, and we can go ahead and get a Purity out, which will block some of this incoming curse. This is another fight where, of course, the Battle Axe is doing incredible work for us, with basically no downside. I think we take mana here. I think we upgrade our evasion. Yep, we just pitched cleanse. It's fine. Right. Cleanse ourselves first, not that it does anything. And then get this guaranteed. I mean, it gets rid of the number, but doesn't increase our damage. But anyway, point is, should be, I think, kill on... Oh, so close. There we go. That's too much of a risk. Bouncing Bolt, maybe we can do something with. This is probably better than that. Normally Duple Tombstones. Actually, we don't need this anymore, I think. Yeah, there are no more fights where that is going to do anything. So we just get rid of it. It did good work while we had it, but we don't need it anymore. I think we upgraded the evasion. Bouncing Bolt Plus is a very, very good upgrade because it means that it is... But we aren't likely to actually be bouncing it that much. So just upgrade the evasion. And then cut... Trying to think. Reveal Yourself is okay. I don't think we cut the Bouncing Bolt. We may cut a Martial Prism. It's been fine, but I don't know that we need it at this point. Because we are past the point where we're going to be dealing with the evasion, which was the main thing we needed it for. Questions whether about hitting this fight. I guess we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Okay, we're absolutely going to put Weak on you. Pitch that. Man, here's a little awkward. Yeah, I want to do this, but I think getting the guaranteed crits out is better. And then we can go ahead and freeze you. Unfortunately, the back one will still be hidden, but should have sequenced that better, but sequencing things properly is not how I play. Now we're going to remain hidden. Got one evade out of the hidden. Sure. Just getting those guaranteed strike draws out. And Hungering Focus is pretty good. It's mana that does damage. Could have fought the scouts to get another to get a Dead of Night, but I don't think we need it. I may end up regretting that. We'll see. I believe in our ability to deal with this fight. I technically should have done the Enraged first, but it's pretty good turn one. Going to a pretty good turn two, most likely. Like, it's possible that this ends up being a bad turn two, but it seems unlikely considering. There we go. Just take the Ravenous Intent. And just immediately cut the Ravenous Intent. You have one more fight where this is going to be useful, and it is going to be useful in the next fight, so we're going to keep it. This powerful get on shuffle does actually get us a lot of powerful, so I think we're going to take it. I don't think the Ravenous Intent does anything for us. We're just going to cut it. Just kind of counts as towards fatigue that we don't need to. We don't need to count towards. Do I just? I think we're just going to get going. We're going to start by doing that, see what we can find. All right. Next turn they start attacking. I really shouldn't have bothered doing that, but yeah, it'll be fine. What are the odds that I get punished? Fine mana. Absolutely no luck. Let's just count on evading at least one of those. Alright, there we go. That for next turn. And we do get still into the turn hidden, which is going to be nice. So hopefully, Lamau, or we just get beaten. So the reason we didn't take as much damage from that second hit is because Serene Belt kicked in and helped us. Right, so we did good on the first couple turns there, but we just did not have good. The couple turns after that just did not go our way. So I'm going to do this first because I want to use this to freeze. And then, yeah, we've got kill here. All right, so pretty rough luck there. You know, not worstest luck, but... And second battle ray there is good, though. We're going to rest, going to get back to full health, and then... so one rest needed. We'll see how this goes. This fight, like I said, absolutely could be a problem. That's going to help. And we get this hidden, so very good chance that we take no damage here. Sure enough, no damage taken. Extra hidden for later. And we have a guaranteed crit here off of, actually we have double guaranteed crit there. All right, this turn, no damage is incoming. We've probably made it past the worst of it. Fortunately, this freeze is going to get blocked. I want to see if I can find a way to get rid of that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this turn could be painful if we don't just win this turn, but oh, we're just going to freeze this turn. See what's damage on that. Yeah, not quite lethal, but this will be. And yeah, so we got some luck here on various pickups, but overall, this was a very straightforward run where we just, you know, we did what the deck is supposed to do. Like, the big thing here is you really want a good ramparts. If you can't get, like, the persistence cards in area 1, if you can't, there are other cards you can get there too. Like, if you have the gargoyle sentries into boss, you can get the perfect persistence. I forget what the third tier persistence is called. If you get the Elemental Cannon Elite to show up, you can pick up the strike draw from that. And then, yeah, just like find battle readies, find arms race. If you all else fails, find armory, get mana to support it, get sub, cleanse, and shield to keep you going aside from that, and you're golden. Yeah, that is going to be it for this time. I will see you next time. Until then, toodles.